Good morning, traders. Today is Thursday, December 8th, 8:24 a.m. Central Time, about 5 minutes before opening bell. But, well, we have some steady flow. I think we're going to, today, likely we're going to be, I don't think it's going to be a big up day, but it's going to be a trend change day. What that means is what you have right on your screen here. Okay, this is S&P futures right here. See that? This is the 1 hour chart, and so the futures, S&P futures, is about to actually overtake the 1 hour EMA 50 line right here, the red line. That's good. That's positive. That is most definitely, if it can survive the back test, you can expect VIX to go for try to be the trend killer today. You can expect that. Why would you expect anything less, right? So, and I'm going to show you a little bit on the VIX too. It's losing steam, as I talked about last night. I said, yeah, VIX is on the way down, and I think it's going to be a multi-day decline for VIX. Okay, so and I'll show you that chart as well momentarily. But see that right there for both. Okay, so now S&P Nasdaq futures is under the line. It's still trying to break through it. S&P has already broken through it. Now must survive the back test. So Nasdaq, jury's still out on you, buddy. Okay, see that? See how you're under the line? Okay, but the good news is on both MACDs. See that on S&P futures, right there. The hourly has now eclipsed the zero MACD line. That's strength. Okay, that's strength. So it's been building ever since yesterday when I said not last night's, but the night before last video when I said the hourly must stop the fall, and then it must start. Well, actually, a couple of nights ago it would be right here. Yep, right here. It must start going up, and that's exactly what it's been doing since 2 nights ago when I made that video last. Okay, so without further ado, let's get over to the actual charts. Now let's start with S&P futures 4 hour. Real quickly, as I've been discussing, check this out. On the 4 hours chart MACD. Now you can clearly see it is curling up. It's starting to curl up and ever so lightly eclipse. Yes, it has crossed over the signal line. I'm looking over on the left-hand side there. Negative 22.96 compared to negative 23. So it has crossed over on the 4 hour chart. Okay? What usually happens after the crossover, guys? A new momentum change is happening. Like this. Once it crosses over, what do you think happens? Okay? That's what I'm saying. What do you think happens? Now, again, I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch, but it's crossed over. I mean, it could most definitely flatten out and come back down. Oh yes, absolutely. But it's crossed over. So that's the point I wanted to make on that. So as you guys see here, still holding serve from a couple days ago. As when I said on that video, I said, you guys, it has no choice now. It has to hold serve and it has to start going up, especially on the MACD. And that's exactly what we have so far. We're on the cusp of a trend change. Let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour for SPY futures. S&P, okay, 1 hour. Into the positive. See that from a couple days ago? It did exactly, and as from that 2 nights ago video when I said, you guys, now or never, it has to curl back up and go up and cross this negative 20 line right here. It has to, and it did. Okay? Has to, and it did. Now it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, and now it's actually into the positive on the 1 hour chart. Okay, let's skip over to NASDAQ 4 hours chart right here. Okay, so NASDAQ, I even said this in last night's video. I said, because as of when I did the video last night, it was still kind of trending down like this. I said, you better start to flatten out and curl back up. Okay, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So it is averting so far. I don't want to make any predictions. It is averting that negative 100 line that I drew out, that I've been drawing out on the 4 hours chart. In other words, the ascending trend is still alive. You start getting below that, oh no, now I'm going to call it bearish. I'm just going to call it bearish. I can't. You're right. You got to draw the line somewhere. You got to have a number. You got to be able to quantify, well, when do you call it bullish or bearish, right? You can't just say, well, I'm just bearish just because I feel that way, right? You got to draw the line somewhere, and it skirted the line, and guess what? It came back up. Is that coincidence? Is that accident? No, I don't think anything in this market is accident. They already know exactly where they want to go and what they want to do and when they want to do it. That's what I believe. And I believe it's, you guys, my current listeners, you guys believe, you guys know that I believe the MACD will be that very indicator that tells us what the markets are scheming. Okay, 1 hour chart. Okay, crisis averted from 2 days ago, right? Crisis averted. It had come up, boop, touched this line. Now it's bouncing off the line, coming up, and now looks to be want to be in the positive. Okay, so that is all good news. That's 1 hour chart for NASDAQ. Let's just skip on over to SPY. Okay, right here, SPY. Basically, for SPY, it's tracking to the 65-minute EMA 50 right here. Right here. There's the red line. It's going to try to go for it. Markets are now open. It's 8:30 a.m. It just opened now a minute ago. So here's the 65-minute corresponding on the right-hand side. See that? It was hugging it all yesterday and all morning, and then it finally broke through and overnight, and now it's going for this upper range, the EMA 50 on the 65-minute. So that's what I would look to track to. Okay, so see, yeah, I'm not surprised. Here's VIX. So on the VIX side, 5 minutes. Here's VIX on the 5 minute. See how it lost the 5 minute EMA? That's how you guys, my current listeners, you guys know. It starts with the 5 minute. It starts with the 5 minute. That's how it starts, and then it feeds into the longer time frames, right? It feeds into the larger time frames. And oh, I forgot to show you. Hold on, I forgot to show you the VIX. I said I was going to do it, and I didn't do it. Okay, here's the 1 hour chart. I said last night when I did the video, it was right there. I said, you guys, it's gonna keep going down, because when you're talking about the 1 hour chart, look at the previous trend. It's come up and it's peaked, and now it's crossed back over down below the signal line for the VIX 1 hour. You always have from your starting point to your ending point, right? Starting point, ending point, starting point, ending point. Typically, you do almost 100% retracement at your ending point. Typically, see that? Start, end, start, end, start. It's going to end. It's going to end down. But it's not a straight line. As you see here, it's not a straight line. We'd like it to be, but it's not. Okay? So, that's confirmation that, yeah, VIX is on a multi-day downtrend. And as I said last night, I think this gap, VIX is going to fill that gap. It's going to come back down. When it does, now that I cannot say. It's going to fill that gap. It's going to fill that gap. And so, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say when it's going to happen. It's not going to happen today. No way. No way. It's not going to fall that fast. I mean, I think the fact that now it's on the downside, and we are heading into PPI tomorrow, and then we are heading into CPI on Tuesday, and then FOMC on Wednesday, I think it's on the trajectory trending that way. It's already heading down, and it's trending towards, by FOMC Wednesday, it could, I'm not saying it will, it could fill this gap down here. It could. A lot of things have to happen, right? A lot of things have to happen. But, okay, let's see what's up. Okay, so the VIX. So here's, yeah, the VIX is trying. So it lost its EMA, comes down. So it's going to try to come up. It's going to try to come up. But if it doesn't have the strength that I think it does not have, it's going to get rejected from this EMA line that's coming down. It's going to get rejected and then keep going down further. That's what I think is going to happen. Okay, and let's just see what becomes of SPY. So we're seeing some buying pressure right here, right now. Just trying to call it real time as I'm talking. because I don't really have much else after this. We'll conclude the video, but so yeah, it is trying to push up. SPY did lose its 5-minute EMA, but let's see. Okay, here's what I think is gonna, okay, here's the battle royal. Here's the EMA 50 for SPY 5-minute is now resistance. If SPY wants this trend to continue to the upside, it's going to have to try to come up. It's going to have to kind of come up and reclaim it. So it's going to try to come up, do some consolidation, and then go up. Let's see if I'm correct on that. I mean, we don't have to wait for this whole thing to play out because these are 5-minute candles, and yeah, that would take a while. Okay, so that is the prognosis for today, guys. Let's just see how this day brings. I think it's going to be just maybe slightly up day. I don't think it's going to be a big rally. I don't think so. We just need to get a little bit more power in the MACD and in the momentum, on the momentum side. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Let's see what happens. Talk to you soon.